They say New York City is the most expensive city in the entire world. So today we are out seeing how much a $50 bill can take you in New York City. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ayushi Vyas. In case you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. So now we are gonna go and grab a breakfast real quick and then go to my first destination, which is super interesting and it is brand new. Are you ready? Let's go. True way to start your day as a New Yorker is by grabbing bagel and coffee as your on-the-go breakfast. All my favorite bagel shops are listed in the description box. It's time to be on the go. The best way to commute in New York is of course by using the subway stations. So you have an option to add time if you are here for long, like 2 to 5 days in New York. The 7-day pass is absolutely the best way because in $33 you can not only access subway but also the NYC bus. To add value, then you can just add how much ever you want. There's also another option using your credit card or your phone or your Apple Watch that allows you to pay. You can directly just pay to 75.
Run.
The best thing about New York subway is no matter how many trains you change, you're just going to be charged $2.75 when you take the first train. You can also use this metro card in the normal New York City bus, or not you can use these stands which are at the bus. Our first stop for the day is Little Island. So we are currently at the little island. This is like the highest part of the little island and I am here. This is right at the entrance and this area was just launched like a couple of months ago. So it's very new to New Yorkers and still not a lot of people have explored. So it's your chance to come and explore this. And the best part about this place, it is absolutely free. There is a charge after 12 p.m. if you come, but before 12 p.m. it is absolutely free to explore this entire island. Two huge amphitheater. It has and also has a small corner for like budding singers. They say you hear music in every single corner of NYC. New York is known for its shopping, Fifth Avenue, Soho, but if you are a true New Yorker, Chelsea Market is your go-to. So many cultures mixing. You have ranging from Mediterranean to Mexican to Indian, Korean, Japanese. While there are many locations that are really expensive, but next one that I'm going to show is absolutely free. Again, a location which is so unique and just in New York. Right at the entrance of the Highline, which is right behind me. Highline is 1.45 miles long, high elevated garden which is created on previous subway tracks which are no longer in use. Just to put a perspective, Highline starts from 14th Street and goes up to 30th Street, which is right before Hudson Yards, full of lush greens in the middle of a huge epic city. There are also cute shops that. So now we are going to the most crowded place in the entire New York City. You've already guessed it, that's right. Again, we're taking the bus to go there. Always take the public transport. It's very cheap. It's way cheaper than taking an Uber or anything else. And yeah, it's the way you become a local instead of just being a tourist. Do yourself a favor and wear shoes that are so comfortable because you can literally walk anywhere and you can literally see everything that's there. If you just like decide to walk, not take a Uber. As you're walking Times Square, you will see a lot of these people with the big bus and red bus service. Don't do that. They're just gonna cram you up in a bus, take you to the general locations and charge you a bomb to get on these buses. Don't do that. An easier way is to just use public transport and use this guide that I'm showing you today, which is gonna make it so easy for you to navigate in New York City. It's in the description box, so go check it out. And finally, we are almost here at Times Square, but right now I'm on Broadway and let me show you around. Also to not do are these museums, which is Madame Tussauds, and believe it or not, these are absolute waste of your time. Go and enjoy a Broadway musical. That's money spent wisely. This is the optimum site to take photos and videos. because again you can see the ball and the entire time. Climb up one of these rails and you can face towards the ball, or you can face towards where the stairs are, and you can get your perfect Instagram photos like I have done. Right now there is a huge giant wheel on Times Square, but only till September 12th. It's $20 per ride and it is absolutely worth it. There's a very important thing that you need to know while riding the subway. Downtown in Brooklyn means it's going downtown. This is the map of New York. It's very simple. Downtown means it's literally going down towards Brooklyn side, and uptown means going to the Queens. Now if you're somebody who does not like Times Square and the noise it has, I have got the perfect spot for you. It's so quiet and peaceful, and pro tip, it's totally Insta worthy. So follow along as I take you to my next stop. And till now we have only spent this much and have seen so much. So really, if you think New York City was expensive, think again. So the next place on our agenda is this place, which is a perfect Instagrammable spot and a very quiet place because it's a beautiful bookstore. So let's go explore Albertine, something again you can do for free. Albertine Museum is on 79th Street, just outside Central Park, but Albertine is the only bookstore in NYC which has the largest collection of French and English books. This is a French bookstore. Place looks straight out of France. There's also the French embassy on top. I was there to do is to give you guys the perfect Instagram spot for when you are in NYC. It is on the second floor of the Albertine Bookstore, which is this beautiful rooftop covered with the constellations and all the sunshine and all the planet. So we grabbed first a cup of coffee, and now I'm going to take you guys to my favorite place, Central Park. The biggest expense that's going to occur during your stay in New York City is firstly accommodation and food. Now for accommodation, be smart and choose to live outside New York City in Jersey City, which is just 10 minutes from World Trade Center using path and 15 minutes from Midtown, which is a total steal and a total bargain. There are a lot of hotels that you can choose and stay in Jersey City. Also a lot of Airbnbs that are much nicer as compared to New York City, which is very cramped. Now if you are somebody who is traveling solo, I would suggest that there are a lot of hostels that you can absolutely stay in for a steal of money. I will link some of these hostels in the description box, so don't forget to check it out. After living in New York for 4 years, it makes sense to live outside the city, explore the city, and then go back to where the quiet is. Because trust me, after staying there for 1 or 2 nights maximum, then you would definitely want something quiet. The next thing that you will be spending on majorly is food. For food, there are a couple of options. For somebody who is on a budget, I decided to go for a bagel, cream cheese, and my coffee as my breakfast, which was also breakfast and brunch. Since the bagel is so huge, that's why I would suggest you guys to go for bagel or brunch depending on your appetite. If you are somebody who wants to try the famous New York sliced pizza, don't let these big giants like Artichoke, Grimaldi's, Giuliano's fool you into an expensive pizza. Instead, on your first visit to New York City, you should definitely try the 99-cent pizza. It is absolutely yum. It is worth every single cent that you spend on that pizza. So it's a $1 pizza and you can get 1 slice for 99 cents, and you said like, okay, I don't want to have pizza, I want to have something a little more filling and a little on the healthier side. There are these halal carts across town. Now if you're somebody who loves desserts and wants to spend money on dessert, I would suggest you to try the New York classic cheesecake, which is at Junior's. Again, that is for $8, so you have to make sure that you spend your money wisely. I believe the best way to see any city is obviously by walking, because that's the fun of it. You see all the small nook and corner which you might have missed if you just took a car. But another great way to see a city, especially New York, is by cycling. So there are 2-3 options that will help you cycle. For a 1 full day of cycling, you can dock it anywhere, take it up from anywhere. There are a lot of docking stations throughout the entire city. Is very cycle friendly. You can take the entire day pass for $15, or do what I do. I just take the cycle. It's powered by Lyft, which is $3 for the first 30 minutes, and then
It's 0.18 for every minute, so our total in the end was $10.
now let's cycle, and I'm gonna show you guys, if I can, cycling around the city and how beneficial it is. Cycling in NYC is an absolute pleasure, and if you haven't watched my last NYC videos or my NYC entire travel series, I'll link it up top so you guys can see how much fun it is just being in NYC all by yourself. So riding a bike till 35th Street cost us this much, and now we are at the pier catching my boat home. Can you guess how much it cost? It's the same price as the subway, and it's way better than the subway. You want to know why? I'll show you in just a second. This is an official New York City transport. Like, people use this to actually commute to and from work. It was just launched in 2017, and 2017 was actually the year I came to New York. So this is the NYC ferry. There is an app where you can just download the ticket, and there's also, of course, counters near every ferry stop. It's again just for $2.75, which is an absolute bargain. And instead of doing these cruise ships that go out for a fortune of price, you get the same views that you get on these special tours of the NYC river, but for a much cheaper price. Like, this is an absolute steal. You can see this entire city skyline for just $2.75.
So to put it into the final perspective, this is the map of how we traveled from downtown to uptown. If you add up all the expense for today, I spent about $28 till now. For dinner, I grabbed Chipotle, which is again $10. So my total came up to $38. That means I'm still left with $11.
You think this wasn't possible, right? I know, but it's actually possible to survive one entire day in this magnificent city and see the best of it without burning a hole in your pocket. Even though it's the most expensive city in the whole freaking world, it's absolutely possible if you budget right. If this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot and help me reach 1,000 subscribers really soon. Thank you so much for again watching this video. Share it with your friends, with somebody who loves New York City, with students who are coming to New York City, or just in the United States. If they have a plan to visit New York City, this guy will absolutely make sure that they don't burn a hole in their pocket, and it's absolutely budget friendly. After living in for 4 years in New York, I finally feel like I have a very good grasp at the city, even though there are so many new things happening in New York City every single month. Again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I will see you guys in the next video, but I'm going to be showing you guys things to do in New York City for free. That's right, I'm going to take this up a notch. I'm going to meet you guys next week. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.